Well, Coach, no rain in the forecast. That's the good news, but it is a chilly December day here in the Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Seattle Seahawks.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
What now? We waiting?
Yeah. You don't want none.
On first down, Carr. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. That call. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And this will be taken at the 13. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Hey, you block over here.
They'll run for the first time with Hill. And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine Packer pressure, and down he goes.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
58 for Mike.
Hey, high 7.
Working from the gun, it's Carr.
You got nothing.
Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded at about the 28.
The Packers take first and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. Jump out!
They begin to drive with Hill. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Hey, zoom. Hey, we gotta get to that. Mike over there. Hey,
2nd and 5 now. Rodgers. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. A gain there of 21 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they had planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Here's Hill, and he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Hey, Alpha.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Well, 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. 50. Hey, orbit. Hey, 88. Hey, foxtrot.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 15-yard line.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
On play action, now Rodgers. And the pressure gets to him again. Jaron Reed, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. 3rd and goal.
Go.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Point after, right down the middle. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
All day, baby, all day. Quiet down.
Carr now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. Shotgun now for Carr. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Rodgers now to throw. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Jared Reed make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Hey, wahoo!
9.
Inside.
Yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Scan 300. Scan 300. Scan 300. Scan 300.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. So it sails out of bounds close to midfield, and they'll say actually right at midfield. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield, here's Carr. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Kenny Clark, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To throw, it's Carr. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
All right, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll try the right side here with Penny. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They have a first and 10 at the 18. Now Rashad Penny. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Monday, down. You want it, eh? We got to get the... Easy, kill.
On second and 11 now. Carr, nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Rashawn Gary, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
We coming all day.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
694.
They gonna need some therapy after this. 58, boys, 58. 58, it's Mike. Here we go.
Hey, Haywood. 58,
From the gun, it's Carr.
Big stop, let's go.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Let's go.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing now is Rodgers. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
Rodgers now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
It's 2nd down.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
26.
We got a seal. Hey, tight.
Bravo.
Switch. Mike 9.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Heavy on the edges.
Yeah, Liz. Hey, Delta. Right.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and that'll make it third down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free.
88.
9. Mike, 9.
Over.
On third and long, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Incomplete on the throwaway.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
Their own 4-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
On second down, here's Penny. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. The carry here for the big tight end. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line.
Hey, exit.
Mike 9. Hey, we gotta get to 9. Mike over there. Double dog.
We can get it.
On second and 9, Rodgers. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. 22 yards there, a first down.
Let's go.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mike 55. Right there in the middle.
On second and 9, Rodgers gets this one to Hill. And he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 31-yard line.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Get up.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
We got to seal. We got to seal.
Run. 36.
On 2nd down, it's Hill. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Mike Miller. Hey, we got to get to 9. Hey, high 7. I got 2 shots. 9 to Mike. We not get up.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, switch gears.
We not get up.
Rodgers now. From the gun, he'll throw. And his throw is incomplete. This defense trying to do its part. Active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
Throwing on 3rd and long. Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
General West. Jump out.
Rodgers to throw once more. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. How does the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away?
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 44-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Right Monday. Hey, Alpha.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Operating from the gun. Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Throwing out his Carr. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another 1st down on the pickup of 5 yards.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
808. Hey, orbit.
58's the mic. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. 58's the mic. 58. 58's the mic.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On the move to his left. And he's going to keep it here. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Down. 180.
Mike's 50. Got you, boy.
Express. Hey, Raider 2.
Hey, alert. Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Hey, Foxtrot. Foxtrot.
50. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. Crunch time, defense.
Carr going to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Watch safety, Mike. Safety's creeping. Kill.
On the ground with Hill to begin the drive. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. 80-yard touchdown. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Hey, Smith. Mike 50. Mike 50.
To throw again. Carr. It's caught. Block it. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Down. 280.
50. Mike 50, huh?
Hey, I'm 618.
Mike 50.
Carr now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Another try after the 1st down sack. Carr. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd
29. 29.
58.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down.
That's track.
Go.
58's the Mike. Go 58's the Mike. Watch the pass. 58's the Mike. 58. 58's the Mike. Let's go.
One final try now for Carr. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game.